folks, back out here in the woods again, and yesterday I came out here and I found a really good batch of chanterelle mushrooms. So this will be kind of an ongoing video. I should make more of these foraging videos because there's so much that I like to gather out of the woods, and mushrooms is definitely a big part of it. I found some oyster mushrooms in here last week, and then found a real good batch of chanterelle mushrooms with my granddaughter. And yesterday I came out here and man, I tell you, I just loaded up really well. Had a lot of nice fresh chanterelles of different varieties. Had smooth chanterelles and golden chanterelles and a few cinnabars, you know, just had a real good day. So I'm going to come back here to another spot where in the past I have found chanterelles, and they should be up. And I want to check out those places. But there's one spot over here, like I mentioned, that I would really like to check out. So there should be a few growing there, and then we'll work our way back into the woods and see what the woodlands have to offer. So come along, let's go check it out. Well folks, while I was out here foraging for mushrooms, I found something, and I need to point out something, that although you may know some edible mushrooms, it's just as important to know which ones are poisonous or non-edible as it is to know the good ones that are, you know. Here I found some, what I think are amanitas, and I believe these are toxic. Anytime you find these with a big bulb at the bottom like this, these are still young, but these are in the same class as the destroying angel. These get much larger, and they have a kind of a bad smell to them. Not when they're young like this, but when they get older especially. But this bulb at the bottom I think is called a vulva, and that protects the mushroom as it matures. But anytime I find something like that that looks even remotely like a poisonous or toxic mushroom, or even just an inedible mushroom, I just avoid it, you know. I only go with what I know 100%, and therefore I always avoid any white mushrooms, anything that looks anything like that. If I'm not sure of it, why take the chance, you know? I think a lot of people take unnecessary chances, and that's why you get mushroom poisonings every year, you know. And it's really difficult to know how some people are going to react to certain mushrooms. So if you're going to forage on wild mushrooms and you have positively identified something as edible, I still wouldn't go in and eat a lot of it to begin with. You know, consume a small portion of it and see how you'll react to it, because some people do have allergies to certain mushrooms. In general, chanterelles and oyster mushrooms and morels, for example, are pretty well tolerated by most folks. I don't know of anyone that's ever had an allergic reaction to any of those mushrooms. Me personally, I don't. But when I run across something that I know is inedible or poisonous, I just steer around it and just let it go, you know. Let it serve its role in nature, because they do have a purpose. You know, mushrooms are here to break down organic matter and recondition the soil to make it suitable for other plants and trees to grow. So yes, there is a purpose to all mushrooms, even though they might be poisonous. So anyway, let's keep going here. There's another place I'd like to explore, and we'll go check it out. So stay with me. Well folks, I found a few chanterelles on the way, and there's some here at this old spot that I found years and years ago. These seem to come back year after year. These are smooth chanterelles. I found these here many, many times in the past. And I'm going to gather up a few of these, the fresh ones anyway, and move on to another spot. But as I look around, I'm spotting more and more. There used to be more than that here, you know, at one time. And some years you'll find more than others. But anyway, as you explore more places like this, you'll discover more new colonies as well. And that's what I've done here in these woods. Seems like the more I look around, the more I find that I didn't know were there. But I always forage for these every summer whenever the conditions are right. You know, you need good rainfall, and I always like to go either in the morning or later in the evening, in the afternoon, when it's not so hot. Some of the best times to go is right after a rain shower. You know, if you get a good summer rain shower, it makes the mushrooms really stand out. Just looking up here, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 right here in this one spot. All nice fresh ones just like that. Show you what I'm looking at here. There you can see them. So I'll gather a few of these up, and I'm sure there's more all around here. I'm seeing a few down there. So let me gather these up and we'll move on. Well guys, I did find a few mushrooms, but not near as many as I thought I would. There's still another place that I'd like to go explore, but I'm getting kind of hungry. I need to head on in for some supper, and thought I'd come out here and just gather a few. That makes one nice mess, because by the time you cook them down, you know, they lose a lot of their integrity. One thing I should point out, that when you harvest these mushrooms, the one thing that you really need to look for is to make sure that they're not eaten up with bugs. You know, if they're still pretty solid at the base. Let me find a good thick one here that I can show you with. Let's see here. Well, here's one. That's not too bad. That's a fresh, smooth chanterelle. And incidentally, folks, I got a new knife. This is a new case Stockman here that I picked up. I say new, it's actually a 1978. It's a red letter case. And as you know, I love to collect the old case Stockmans. But if you look at the base of these mushrooms, I'll snip this end off. If they're solid like that, and they're good and meaty, nice and firm, that's a good fresh mushroom to harvest. If they've got a few holes, you know, a few little bug holes, that's not too bad, because you can clean that up. Like this one here, for example, that's a good mushroom. Even though it has a couple of holes in it, that's not going to bother anything. You're going to slice it open and wash them anyway. But if they're really eaten up and they've got a lot of bugs in them, that's one that you don't want to eat. And coming down the hill here, I saw something else that you don't want to eat. Here is an adult version of one of those poisonous mushrooms. I'll show it to you here. You can see how big these things get. There you can see my hand next to it. And it's got this huge bulb at the bottom. And then the skirt has already fallen off of this one. They usually have a skirt around here that protects the spores as they mature. There's another one up there, it's a younger one. But any kind of mushroom that looks like that, or if it's the smaller destroying angel that's pure white with a thin stalk like that and a little skirt on it, that's the ones to avoid. These here have kind of a granular surface to the top of them. And you know, just steer away from any mushrooms that look like that. So with that being said, here's a mushroom hunt with me and my granddaughter. We go out in the woods and I think we have a pretty good time. Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Cumberland Outdoorsman out here in the woods with my granddaughter Josie. You saw her about, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, like 3 years ago when we were doing mushroom hunting.
Yep. Today it was rather hot earlier, but now it's cooled off, although we've got a little bit of a drizzle coming down. But we're going to go down here in this little valley, right down there, and look all around and see if we can find some mushrooms. And she's going to help me out, ain't she?
And last time we did one of these videos, I think we were down there.
Yep. Yeah,
Down there.
yeah, same place. So let's go check it out and see if we can find some.
I don't see.
Well, even though it's not so hot and it's cooled off quite a bit, these little gnats are still flying around us. And we call them bugs. Why, Josie?
Because they bug us.
Yeah, they like to bug us. Found a couple of mushrooms up here. We're going to look over on this side and see if there's...
So far we only found 2 mushrooms.
2 mushrooms, yeah. We'll find more.
Oh, bug.
There'll
Except
be more.
this bug's not bugging us.
Not bugging us, huh? You see any?
No.
I don't see any. Normally they're here.
Orange leaves. No mushrooms.
Yeah, those leaves can fool you sometimes.
Last time we found so many, like.
Oh yeah, we found a lot. Let's see. I always used to find them right in here.
Whoa.
Nothing here.
Yellow leaf. Sorry.
Nothing here right now. I know there's a spot right up there where there should be a good batch of them. We'll go check out that spot and I'll keep you posted when we get there. Okay, what did we just see run up on us over here?
We saw a deer just went right.
Was it a buck or a doe?
It was a buck.
Yeah, he had antlers, didn't he? Yeah. Came running in on us right over here. But Josie spotted something here in the leaves that we're looking for. Let's see. What's down there? Hey, look at here. What a surprise. Hey, and look, there's another one. See it right over there?
Oh.
Yep.
That was a baby though.
They like to hide, don't they? Okay, let's harvest these. These are all golden chanterelles, my favorite one. One tip that I can leave you with. I think I see another one over there.
That is one.
There's 2.
Oh, this one's big.
There's one there, and you just stepped over one, and there's one behind you.
Yeah, I know.
These are choice edibles right here, folks. But one tip I can leave. Oh yeah. Let me see. Hold that up again. Yeah, that's a pretty one.
There's a lightning bug that thinks it's nighttime. 2 of them.
What I really like to do though is cut them off at the bottom, like that. That way you're leaving the mycelia or the roots intact. We'll put that back down in there.
The other one behind me was a baby.
There's 3 good ones. Try to get these cleaned off while you're out in the field. It'll save a lot of cleaning once you get home.
And then you can eat them.
Yeah.
And they are very delicious.
Yes, they are.
I found a different type of mushroom, a bunch of them.
Did you?
There's like brownish or something.
Oh yeah.
They're all over.
Alright, let's grab a couple more here. Get them put in the bag. Well, we're starting to find a pretty good little bag of them. We'll let that one go. Put that leaf there. I think I'll harvest that one. Hey Josie, look right up there along the edge right there. I used to find them right up there too. Look close now. Make sure you look close. I've always liked these golden chanterelles because they're just so wholesome. They have nice thick stems. They're just real meaty. That's what makes them so good, and the flavor is just out of this world. Oh yeah, here's a couple of nice ones. A lot of times once you get down on the level, you can spot more. Well folks, we found a pretty good little batch of mushrooms here, as you can see, and they're all goldens, which are my absolute favorite. But it's time to go because we got caught in a summer shower. But summer showers are okay because they do what?
Bring more mushrooms!
That's right. So anyway, thanks a lot for coming along with us. I hope you enjoyed this little video. And until next time, y'all take good care of yourselves. And remember, if you like to go hunting, fishing, camping, shooting, hiking, whatever your outdoor activity happens to be, I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. And also remember, hit that like button, smash the bell icon, and subscribe. That way you'll know when more videos like this one will be coming your way. So until then, y'all take care of yourselves. Like I said, get out there and enjoy the great outdoors, and God bless. I'll see you.
Bye!